All right, what's your name?
Karen.
Karen,
Yeah,
okay.
the
So for Karen, she wanted to know how to make the green darker. And so she added the dark blue to it, and it really makes it pop in that area. Otherwise, you can see that her green was the same value as her background.
She's already done?
She's on her stems.
Who's already done?
Wow. Karen.
Which one do you use?
Bad.
Right. So you can see the really nice highlights in there, how her, you know, her tulips are really defined. So really nice.
Use your little one for
Yeah,
everything.
lovely.
Yeah, are we using this push to the stems?
Yes. Make sure you have the right consistency of paint, though.
Big round one.
Big round.
Okay.
You got it?
How do I know?
That rag is awful right now.
You need a new one? There's more.
It should be thin enough that you'll be able to see them through it.
Excuse me.
There is no extra paint. Sometimes. All right, there's extra paint rigs if you need extra paint rigs, ladies.
So just add water.
All right.
And bring it down and mix it together. Whoops.
All right, once we do this, what's next? The white? Right after it dries, or we do it when it's still wet?
Does anybody else need anything drawn?
Kind of still wet.
Yeah, that's what she said.
all right.
But
Then I think it was just a little too wet.
do you do the dark stuff
Yeah,
first?
still a little tacky there, so
Yeah,
I would do
that's
that one.
tacky.
Yeah. So yeah, when you add the, if you put red on it, it's gonna turn really weird.
Yeah, somewhere where
So yeah, just wait till it's
Through it with
super
that
dry.
consistency.
So I'm gonna, I didn't have a way to erase it, so I just covered it up.
You know what I mean?
Huh?
I think I'm gonna do one red and one yellow.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
All right, so here, yeah, this is your shading pattern. Light source, pretend light. It's gonna be lighter here, and lighter and lighter there, right? So dark on the inside when it moves in that direction. That's how we give the petals definition, is that balance of color. We can also outline it, but we don't really want to do that probably at this point, because then it would look kind of harsh and almost like an illustration.
So we do the light first, the whole flower?
I would do your bright red
Red,
first.
okay.
And then you come back in and you define it with the dark,
Okay.
and then you bring in your highlights. So when you use this round brush,
The baby brush, the whole time, baby brush.
Baby Bear. So when you're using your small round, everybody look up here.
Yeah.
What's really important is I hold it way back here, because if you want to hold it way up here, what happens is you use it like a pencil, and when you use it like a pencil, it gets really, really, really fat. When you hold it back right here, you don't have as much pressure on it.
That's
If
for the
you-
stem.
Yeah, if you feel more comfortable drawing it in, you're welcome to do that. I would do it with pencil though, so you got a line to follow. Oops, careful. All right, so we know that stems are usually fatter at the bottom and skinnier at the top where it hits the flower.
Not mine.
Oh, okay.
Me either.
Well,
Theoretically.
if it wasn't an abstract flower, okay.
That's not the baby brush. The baby brush is the.
So if you draw it on there with a pencil, you got a guideline. That helps a little bit. Otherwise,
This good on my
brushes have a mind of their own. Sometimes they want to do exactly what you don't want them to do, and they will. So I'm just going to pull this through. Without putting too much pressure on it. If I put more pressure on it, it's going to get fat.
So it's big at the bottom and skinny at the top. Okay.
It sounds like me.
No, I'm not going there.
That was awesome.
And then before it dries, I pick up a little bit of dark green, and I highlight the back side of it.
Highlight the back.
I'm sorry, not highlight, shade it. I'm shading it. And I don't really care, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
Everybody look at my stem, I just pulled a little dark green through it, it's not perfect.
Using the wrong thing, so.
It just gives it that edge, it makes it darker.
I did that one for the highlight. Are you
And then
doing
you can
the
do a little
highlight
bit
or the dark?
underneath it,
Oh,
a little
cool.
bit darker, because it's gonna be shaded underneath the tulips too, or rose, or whatever you're painting. So
Whatever it came out like.
It's a flower.
it's gonna be shaded under here. Your dark green is gonna be here, and your dark green is gonna be over here. If you can get those two, great. If you want to be fancy Nancy, you can add a little bit of yellow to your green on the other side. Because sometimes it doesn't show up.
What is that? That's a
That's
boat.
a boat. That is a big boat.
Noisy.
So I added a little bit of yellow, bright yellow to the other side, and now it really pops. It really stands out my background. But if that's too much for you, don't worry about it. You can just get the two values.
Trying to see where your white comes up in your red. Okay. Kind of on the underneath below.
Right, you mean right
I
here?
agree with that.
Yeah, here
that
it's
one,
gonna be
Becky.
kind of like in the middle, and then here it's gonna be just
On
kind
the
of like
side
a little
of my
bit.
dark one.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a little tiny suggestion.
Okay.
Really?
And it's just white, right?
Actually, I used yellow.
On the,
Oh, yellow.
I
On
used
the
I
the
started with the white and I didn't like
Oh,
it, so I didn't use yellow.
I didn't know.
The bright yellow or this one?
Hers.
It looks like this,
Little thing.
the bright yellow.
Right.
Yeah. You can use that one too. It'll just give you probably a little bit more of an orangey color. Oh, nice. Pretty good section.
This one's a hard one to do.
I think I'm more the bubbles.
You want bubbles? Oh, you mean the things that I did up there? Okay.
Yeah, I
All right.
didn't listen at all.
Okay, let me get everybody caught up in discussion. Yeah, let me get everybody caught up before I introduce that. Be sure that, oh, nice. Oh, try to highlight it. Did you get ahead of me? Did you do it before I
Yes.
talked about it? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. But
So
yeah,
did I.
definitely holding the brush, where to hold the
Yeah,
brush is really important. So always kind of wait for me to get to that point. I know I'm circulating the room and I don't get this part done as fast as I would like to, but trying to get everybody
Oh, yeah.
helped out.
That'll look good right up on your wall.
The other ones, yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
not everybody's gonna do this, so if you're not gonna do it, you don't need to pay attention.
Uh-oh.
These are paint Sharpies. Everybody know how to use a paint Sharpie?
No.
You shake them, because when you open them, these are brand new. The metallic gold ones are brand new. They have a white nib, because they haven't been used yet. You have to prime them. So you shake them up. It's kind of a pain, but I didn't have time to prime them all. And you punch it on your paper to get the ink to come down. So it's like a little pogo stick. Takes a little bit. Okay, so now the gold is at the bottom of the tip. I had to punch it. We call it punching it. Oops, I'm sorry. I painted that. So if you're really good and you can do this with metallic paint, or you can do it with these Sharpies. So you just make a bunch of circles. This was this gal's design. I can't remember her name now. And she just did small circles that slowly got smaller. Because, oops, didn't do that one very good. This painting has a lot of what we call negative space, and that's not a negative thing, it just means there's a lot of empty space. So that's what we do to fill up the space, is to have these like little random designs. I don't know, I kind of like it. I think the gold kind of makes it kind of pop.
I like that.
Yeah. So that's optional. If you want to do that in any of these other little swirly lines, I also use with paint Sharpies, white ones and black ones. And they will be on the back shelf. Just make sure the little covers stay on their little nibs so they don't dry out. And they are back here for you to use. There's also silver. There's one silver one. There's a couple. There's lots, actually, a lot of different colors, but not everything's going to show up. So you have to choose wisely.
I have a big fat.
Yeah. So let me show you what it should look like. It should be like this.
Oh, no.
Like really, really, really thin, so you can almost see the paint right through it. And this is going to be green because that's part of the yeah.
Started.
Yeah. Good. Yes, see, I'm pulling up the paint right now.
I agree with that one too.
Everything was fine until the flowers showed up.
I know.
Can you
Yeah,
imagine
it's just
doing
too
the
thick. So
light
let that
bulbs?
dry.
Yeah.
Let
That's
that
funny.
dry and try practicing on your smaller one.
That was
He's
good, Mary.
kind of
Well,
thick too, I think.
yeah, I just kept hearing this. I hate this.
It loves you.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
So think of your light source here, and it's going to be dark
Yeah,
on
this
these
is,
edges.
this is too much.
That's okay, that's okay. Don't think I won't do that.
My flower's gonna fly away.
We only want one to do that with, because
Okay.
the rest of it probably should, it'll probably work out.
Oh, I
This one
like
was just
that.
too big, so we'll try to-
And this is green.
If you don't,
Yes.
if it doesn't turn out the way you want, just change the name.
Well, look at that one.
There we go.
Perfect.
Oh, these are nice little gold things.
Oh, that's so much better.
This kind of bothers me over here too, that kind of clunky.
How many dots are you supposed to put on there?
I can't tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd have to count them. I can't see them from here. They just get smaller as they go down the bottom.
Got it.
What you're doing is trying to fill in all that empty space with something kind of whimsical or abstract-y.
No, it is orange. Yeah, I'm gonna put some, yeah, white.
That was so much better.
All right, so
And the only other thing is this guy.
what about that guy?
Do you think that's okay like that?
As far as the color or the,
The whole shape of the leaf?
it could be, it's a little dark. It doesn't have any range.
It just kind of looks like a blob, yeah. What do you want?
On the small round, the round.
Round.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. There's the round. Here's some green over here.
Yes. So, it's just one dark shape,
Yeah.
so that's what makes it look kind of obtruse, kind of.
Oh, that's so much better already, just with that.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you always want that balance between light and dark. Otherwise, it just looks like it's a big cutout, flat glob. You know, it's gonna always look like a glob if it doesn't highlights the light and medium and dark in there.
Oh, okay.
Really freehand.
You did it here.
Yeah.
I just didn't have it over there.
Okay. I think I was so discouraged because it was such a fat stem.
Yeah, again, that's not good. So look how small
Purple
yours
is
are.
really strong right there.
Mhm.
Like it needs that.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Remember when that?
Said about sometimes you fiddle too much. Right, exactly.
You fiddle. Fiddling about.
Little curly, please, on mine. I did the curly keys too.
Didn't really put any, I got darker and darker on my thing, I didn't have any white. They're underneath.
Look at her beautiful flower. Isn't that gorgeous? You want to see your hair.
Perfect.
Like,
Ta-da.
Ta-da!
Very nice.
Yeah.
Can I borrow some?
Yeah, it's really, really tricky to fix the backgrounds to put something on there, so it has to be
thank you.
dry before anything will
Oh,
work.
you did, you did them?